In the beginning, God created the heavens and the earth. He called light from the darkness, divided the waters, and made the dry land rise from beneath them. He told the sun to shine and the moon to glow. Every beaming star and roaming planet he brought forth from nothing. From the dust of the ground he created man, brought to life by his breath, and made to bear his image. Although given dominion over all of God's creation, man lusted for more. One man's action brought a death sentence for all, yet sudden death was withheld. A substitute was given, and with the promise of a coming seed, hope was born. Banished from paradise, mankind grew ever more wicked, debauched, and violent, and the Lord's heart was grieved. So judgment, long held back, came raining down. But God remembered his promise, and a remnant was preserved. Through a symbol of his mercy, a covenant was cut. Yet mankind quickly fell back into disobedience. So the Lord confused their language, forcing them to spread out over the earth. As time passed, the identity of the one true God was willfully diluted and adapted into pagan earth worship, sorcery, and pantheism. So God chose to reveal himself to a childless moon worshiper. Abraham believed in the Lord and was made righteous. So God blessed him, set aside land for his descendants, opened his wife's womb, and began a line which would lead to the seed promised in the beginning, the one through whom all the nations of the earth would be blessed. For 400 years, the children of Abraham were enslaved, strangers in a foreign land. Seeing the oppression of his people, the Lord prepared a deliverer who would lead them out of bondage and into their land of promise. The freed slaves turned their backs on the Lord repeatedly, and repeatedly the Lord redeemed them. In the new land, as their wickedness swelled, the Lord sent corruptible men to act as judges. For there was no king in Israel, so the people did what was right in their own eyes. When the Lord raised up kings in the land, one came who was beloved, a man after God's own heart. The house of David was established, under which the promise of the long-awaited seed, whose reign would last forever, was reaffirmed. Yet due to their lust and idolatry, the kingdom of Israel reached its peak under David and his son. Israel sank deeper into a pit of wickedness. The worship of foreign gods, cultic prostitution, and child sacrifice spread throughout the land. Judgment was imminent, so the Lord sent prophets to warn them. But they did not heed the reproach. So the Lord purged them from the land he had given, scattering many throughout the world and giving others into captivity. Through the prophet Daniel, hope was rekindled, and his people's coming restoration was foretold. And when the children of Israel were allowed to return and rebuild, broken and brought low, they longed for the coming of the promised seed, their Messiah. Yet for 400 years, the Lord was silent. Until he spoke to a young girl. named Mary.